I'll come in the morning and help see.
Okay, you're on. Oh, cool. All right. Well, welcome back to the Hobart Equity Centre. Next game coming up, we've got the Australian under-22 men's team v the New Zealand under-22 men's team. Australia will be in the white caps. Nice light green bathers on, a little bit of light green in their caps there. The New Zealand Kiwis, they're going to be black caps, black bathers. So it should be nice and easy to identify these two teams. 2 games played so far against each other. The Australians have won one game 3-1 against the Kiwis, and the Kiwis have won one against the Australians 3-1. Interestingly, both teams were white when they won 3-1, so favours in the Aussies this time tonight with play kicking off in less than a minute. We've got all the coaches in the coaches box ready to go. We've got Coach Nick Martin there for the Australian under-22 men's team. We've got Coach Matthew Hart there for the New Zealanders, as well as the assistant coach Terry Oxford for the New Zealanders. So referees in the water tonight. Luke. Oh no, it looks like Luke would be. Yeah, Luke's in the water. Jared's in the water. Simon's in the water, and Bruce is meant to be in the water. But someone's got to be the deck ref here. Just trying to check it out. We'll work out who the deck ref is in a minute.
Jenny.
Well, the deck ref's meant to be Jenny, but Jenny's name's not on the list. So, sorry. We'll have a good look at this here in a second and be able to identify your referees. But kick off here, or puck off, as we might say, as play's about to go, and the buzzer has just gone. So, full players heading into the middle of the pool. Always hard to tell with the first camera shot, but looks like the Kiwis are going for a bit of a drive down the wall there, coming into play here. Australia trying to keep it on the wall and roll the puck off here. Good New Zealander in there, doing a good bit of double teaming. Australia in the defensive corner, under pressure here, hard and early by the New Zealand team. On the surface, no calls coming from the referee, so it's all nice and clean. Good long flick there by the Australians, chipped down by the New Zealand forward there. So moving towards the middle of the pool, right in front of the Australian substitution bench. A couple of substitutions happening very quickly there as play moves along nicely. Australia now driving up past the New Zealand substitution bench, trying to make the most of it. A bit of a hard drive there, trying to see if there's any substitutions going on in the Kiwi team. No substitutions there that I can see. A couple about to happen now. There's one just going in the water as play sort of meandering around the middle of the pool in front of the goal tray. So the play staying nice and open there. New Zealand going for a bit of a swim here. Buzzer has been called. We've got an obstruction against New Zealand, called by Simon there. Obstruction against New Zealand. So Australia will be setting up with an advantage puck in their favour. Bit lucky there, the Australians. The New Zealanders were on a bit of a push, so it's very lucky that the Kiwis have done obstruction. Australia going square across the pool, trying to open up on the far side from the Cameron side of the pool to try and get a bit of space and go down. New Zealand shut that down quickly and now do a drive down towards their goal tray. So New Zealand pushing across. Looks like they're going to come square across the pool here. Australia taking the puck and swimming straight across the pool. Got a stick infringement against Australia, so New Zealand's going to set up on the 5 metre line or very close to it with the advantage puck in their favour. Just trying to see where the referee's about to place the puck. Referee going down now, placing the puck, so keep an eye on the referee on the bottom of the pool. I'll give you an idea of where the puck's going to go. There it is, placed straight down there. So, round about 8 metres out from the New Zealand goal tray as they go through and try and flick it past the Australians. Going into a wall of players there. As you can see, all players on the bottom here at the moment, and a lot of players popping now as Australia go for the safety of the boundary line. So Australia trying to drive up the wall side and make a little bit of
going for now, mate.
Ground.
So if the camera knocks,
being turned around quickly there by the New Zealand team. Pressure on the goal tray there. Australia lucky keeping that one out. So some good skills there by the Australians. Looks like they had a few players down in support as the Australian rotation kicks in. So you can see on the surface here the Australians rotating one over the other, making sure they keep the puck out of the tray. You can see the New Zealanders setting up, getting ready to try and drive it across onto the tray. So Australia trying to keep it out, New Zealand trying to put it in as they work tirelessly in the defensive corner there. Australia sneaked in a substitution there as a little bit risky to try and sub from that far across the pool. Left their players without a little bit of space. The player that subbed has just gotten out of the pool, so it looks like they've lost a piece of equipment or something. Can't see what's going on. But we'll give you an update on that shortly. I think they might have got a kick in the head and maybe a little bit of a blood nose or something. They'll fix that up and get back in the pool shortly. Back in the water, still meleeing around there on that far side of the pool. Not a lot of ground game by anybody here at this stage. It could go either way as New Zealand seem to bring it across quickly. But Australia again shutting it down and going for the safety of the wall. So seems to be a bit of a pattern formed. But Australia shutting it down quickly as New Zealand bring it across and go for the safety of the wall. We've got the doctor heading over now to check out the player. Looks like it must be, what's his name, Connor Munnings is out. He's got a bit of blood coming from the face there. Doctor's going to check it all out and we'll give an update on that shortly. Got advantage being played in front of the goal tray here as the New Zealanders have a few goes at it. The Australians there defending nicely, putting the puck across to the side. A little bit of gloving there by the Australians. Nothing coming off it according to the referee Simon as they set up here round about, they'll definitely be on the 5 metre line this time. As they set, puck is placed. And Australians decide they're going to call the time out here. Hopefully the doc can get Callum sorted out, get him back in the water. Australia at the moment, they're going to go with 3 subs in water. Not going to have much choice at this stage. Got Nick Martin going down there to have a chat to his team. Got a very animated number 11, Mitch McCauley there, having a good bit of conversation with his teammates. We'll see if his coach agrees with it. Kiwis tightly packed, giving each other a hug. Coach over there talking to the guys at substitution bench, leaving it up to the captain there to have a conversation with his teammates. So Liam Robinson there taking the lead out in front of the goal tray, getting ready to get his teammates fired up. So scores here, still 0-0. Got 10 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Coach is having a chat. Callum's still got something on his face there, trying a bit of an ice pack, trying to stem the flow of blood from his nose. So I don't think it's anything too serious. Got one of the Dr. Milners here anyway, checking him out. They'll have him sorted in no time. So puck is placed, buzzer's about to go. All the players on the surface, can't see it on the bottom, can't see a player on the surface as the puck goes in there somewhere. If you can see it, you're doing well. And it looks like Australia's pushed out on that one, shut down quite quickly by the New Zealanders as they come back around and try and have another go up the tray. Australia again going for the safety of the wall, trying to keep the New Zealanders off the tray. New Zealand coming off the wall there a little bit, but hit hard by the Australians as they tried that manoeuvre. Although they've kept it out in front of the goal tray. Very dangerous spot there for Australia. So Australia bringing into the defensive corner. Going to go across, try and let these teammates. Yep, we've got 1 substitution out of that. So again, they've still only got 3 in that substitution box. So just looking in the pool there. Got Australia lining up. 1 player, 2 players behind that puck. So plenty of distance. We've got referee Simon calling a foul or infringement there against the New Zealand boys. New Zealand doing a little bit of moving of the puck with their gloves. So Australia getting a little bit of reprieve here. Puck set there on the 5/2 metre advantage line as Australia takes the advantage puck and heads up the wall. Puck's around about in front of the goals, but middle pool as they go flying past your camera there right in the middle of the court. So Australia now on a bit of a drive up against the New Zealand bench. New Zealand bench making the most of it and doing a fair few substitutions. Looks like our old mate Connor Munnings, he's about to jump back in the pool and go back into his substitution box. So referees gave an all clear to enter the pool. So he's back in, that's good to see. Nothing too much in it. As players move down very quickly into the New Zealand attacking area. Connor getting straight in there on the first sub. So he's back in, ready to go. Again, New Zealand creating, or Australia putting a little bit of pressure on New Zealand, creating another infringement, getting an advantage puck there away. So Australia here setting up on the 5-2 line and get ready to take the puck up into their attacking half if they can. So Australia's moved through, round about almost halfway up the pool, but New Zealand's cut that off nicely, I think. Hard to tell from this angle. Here we go, Australia going through, driving hard onto that wall, as New Zealand's come through and stolen that puck. It's Callum in there now, or it's Mitch McCauley in there for Australia. In front of him, can't see the cap number, a bit hard with that wall in the way. The puck spilled out there, and all the players have dived on it, so no one really getting any clean puck. It's all players down, still 0-0 here, as play moves up into the Australian half. So Australia now up past the substitution area of the New Zealand team, and it looks like Australia's getting called for obstruction here. So Australia's being called for obstruction So New Zealand substitutions occurring here on the surface as they get ready to set up, have an advantage puck in hand. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 players behind the puck, and 2 New Zealanders over to the left, ready to receive. So we'll see what the New Zealanders do here, trying to go across the front of the Australians, and mirroring quite nicely there the New Zealanders. They had 3 players around that 1 Australian, so he made the smart choice and moved backwards in the pool, keeping possession of the puck. So hopefully this worked out for him as his teammates have gotten over and given him some help. But New Zealand coming streaming in there, putting a lot of pressure on that wall and a lot of pressure towards that goal tray. So we'll see what kind of call here. Got a bit of a gloving being called there against the New Zealanders as they try to come across that back wall. They've gloved that puck into the tray. So no goal there for New Zealand. Pretty much glove on it. And the Australians get a little bit of reprieve here. It's out there on the 5-metre line, but it is right in front of the goal tray. So they're probably going to move it quite quickly to the side here. Which side though? You never know. They could go either way. So let's see what they're going to do. They're going to go to the far side of the pool. A little bit riskier going across the goal tray like that, but they've kept good puck control there and maintained possession. So looking for some teammates to come down. And not a lot going on there for Australia from the surface. Most players in the bottom of the pool. The off-wingers coming in there from Australia to try and prevent any 45 swims from the New Zealanders, as Australian players popping and dropping, going back and forth. So Australia swimming across the pool, dragging that player and doing a really good roll there. That was a really good turn, sharp, quick turn, as he rolled and gave it to one of his teammates. Teammates off now, up halfway up the pool. So Australia making some good ground in that play. So there we are, having a good wall bash here going on. New Zealand bringing it up to the wall, rolling around on the inside and looking for their teammates. Big swim across the pool there by the New Zealanders as they take it to the far side of the pool and try and gain some sort of advantage over the Australian team. So we've got a stick infringement being called here by a referee. It's not Simon, somebody else making a call there. Bruce has made the call there. Stick infringement against New Zealand. Australia getting the puck. Australia sitting nice and square. Puck will go either side here, so let's have a look. He's gone for a chip straight down the middle to get his players away. New Zealand bringing it around the back for the safety of their own substitution bench. They'll probably try and slip in a few subs here if they get half a chance. One guy there from New Zealand, mask up off his face, hasn't got his mask down, ready to go. So if one of his teammates pop, he might get caught out. So just let you know if that happens. In water, still playing around the middle of the pool, so no dominant team in this competition. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a long haul. Both teams deserving of this. They've obviously been training hard. They're obviously very, very fit players at this stage. Got an advantage being played there by a referee. Advantage over. Mustn't have been much in it. As Australia turn and come back and try and get into that attacking at the third of the pool. Stolen the puck off there, but one player, 2 players, and too many New Zealanders down there for Australia. Australia lack of numbers on the bottom there caused them to allow the break to come through for the New Zealanders. But again, safety first. They've brought it back, conceded some ground, and maintained possession there. So teammates coming in, one after the other. They're going to maintain possession here, Australia. Try and help each other out a little bit, get some substitutions occurring. So that's the second player in. They're going to pull it out now. And they've been called for the corner rule, or unsportsmanlike conduct. You're only allowed to put that in there with one player after the other. Once the second player goes in and holds it on the corner, they must try and take it out before the third player enters the 1 metre corner circle. So called on that one. It's a general rule that you can't just keep holding it into the corner. If you're holding the corner correctly, nobody is actually allowed to touch that puck besides the person that has hold of the puck. And that's fine. So we've lost the camera there. Referee's taking it out on us. So
Is it the corner one?
that's the corner one on the far end.
The corner camera.
So we'll have that one back for you shortly. All I can do now is tell you what's going on the surface, and it looks like the New Zealand boys are pushing hard against the Australian boys. The Australian boys popping, rotating, one after the other. That's 1 down, 2 down. We've got a referee making a call, another referee making a call, and 2 minutes for somebody. Here we go. We have got 2 minutes for number 5. Australia, so number 5 Australia, Alex Barnes-Keogh, getting kicked out for 2 minutes. He's obviously done something. Didn't quite see what the call was. Might have been obstruction. Might have been obstruction. Just hold your hand in one spot when you're trying to film it towards the camera. So referees have gone down.
Needs twisting.
Referees have gone down, and here we go. We've got New Zealand trying to bring that puck out in front of the tray there. As I'll tell them to swing it so they only get a little bit on that wall. There's no point having the corner, you can't see it anyway. But puck on the far side of the pool here. Can't really see what's going on. Just the players
You drive that.
doing a little bit. So Australia are driving hard on the far side of the pool here, and tell them not to move it. I wish they wouldn't move it so fast.
That's it.
So Australia over here, sorry, Mason Brown, just getting the camera at the other end of the pool in position. So Australia now in their attacking corner. Again, I'll call it from the surface because can't really see much else over in that corner. We've got players popping. We've got referee Jan in the corner, making a good position there to see any fouls. Got a referee at the back. Got a referee on the far side playing advantage here. Definitely advantage to Australia as Australia roll the puck around in front of the tray there trying to score a goal. And New Zealand unrelenting there. Great defence from New Zealand boys trying to kick that puck out. Referees decided that's enough. I was playing advantage for obstruction, and I'll give Australia another go at this puck as they set up play here. We've got a referee's a timeout being called for New Zealand, and there'll be 1 minute here to go for the timeout. 1 minute 20 seconds till the end of this first half. So Australia taking going to suck in some air here, set up after this timeout, have the puck on the 5 metre line and be ready to go. All New Zealanders slaying back in a semicircle here, getting spoken to by their coach. He's obviously got some ideas to try and keep this puck out, trying to tell the boys this is what we're going to do if we want to get the puck out of here. Australia, like we might have Stino and Nick Martin in there at the same time here, having a chat to his boys. So in a bit of a circle, listening up, paying attention, getting ready to try and put this puck in the tray for themselves. So we'll see what happens here. 15 seconds. Should hear the buzzer countdown here in a second. And we've counted down from 10. So won't be long. Players setting up. Australia's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in the pool. Still got Alex Barnes-Keogh out there, relaxing, sucking in some air for doing something wrong. As Australia's had a go here along the back wall, but it looks like New Zealand's defended that nicely, holding it hard and tight into that corner. So I don't think Australia's going to get in there and get that puck out in a hurry. New Zealand is trying to drive it up the wall here now, making some good ground. About a third of the way up the pool now, so a third of the way up from their defending goals, but it looks like Australia's turned that around quite quickly. Again, back in that defensive corner. Australia's probably going to try and pull this puck out and go around to their backs here if they get a chance. New Zealand was obviously smart and wasn't up to that move over the many times that the teams have met against each other, and we'll try and shut that down quickly if it happens. So New Zealand playing good, solid hockey here. Australia playing good, solid hockey here. Good defence by the New Zealanders as they keep the Australian attack out of that goal tray. So Australia trying hard, New Zealand obviously defending extremely well and keeping the puck out of the tray. So not long to go on the clock here as New Zealand's holding on and holding on. No substitutions going to occur here. We're on the far side away from the substitution bench. Got one New Zealand player, we'll give you his number 2. He was Hamish Arthur. He was checking a bit of sneaky look at the clock there, see how much time he had to go. Got a referee playing advantage here. In the middle of the pool is Australia drive to the goal tray. We've got referee calling full time. So Australia trying hard there. New Zealand boys just a little bit too solid in their defence. We'll be back here in a little bit under 3 minutes. And we'll follow the rest of the game from here. So the scores are 0-0 here at the Hobart Aquatic Centre. And I'll be back shortly. Alright, well, we're back here, less than 15 seconds to go at the end of this middle half. The coaches had a good old chat there. They're certainly telling their teammate, their team what they wanted done. Looking over at the Australian substitution box, there's only 3 in their substitution box at the moment, so
4.
where's the 4th one?
Yeah.
Hiding somewhere.
Getting his nose fixed.
No, only 3.
There's only 3 in the Australian substitution box at the
Yeah,
moment.
Australians, no.
So someone doing a bit of a quick gear change there, sorting something out. So we've kicked off or pucked off, and away we go. We're on the far side of the pool, so you can't see a lot there. Bit of a melee, bit of players popping and going down. So Australia going to your right of screen here in this second half. So again, Australia in the green/white caps and green bathers. New Zealand in the black caps and black bathers. So easy to tell apart. Got a referee playing advantage here on the surface of the pool, and not sure which way it's going at this stage. Happy with the advantage. And we've got another referee calling a stick infringement as Australia swim across the pool there. Going in their advantage, so Swaying Australia was swimming across the pool there. Stick infringement being incurred against New Zealand. No advantage puck to Australia as they set up. Oh, not far off from the halfway mark, away from the goal tray there. So, setting up, getting ready to put the puck in, and again, going to the safety of the wall there, the New Zealanders now. So again, the New Zealand defence under a bit of pressure in this early part of the second half as they now swim it across the pool. Australia pulling a switch there, but got caught out. Looks like New Zealand might put this one in. They've got players away and swimming hard, rolling, turning, stealing by the Australians. Good bit of solid defence. And referees letting that one go as the New Zealanders roll and turn and roll and turn. Australia doing the same, protecting the puck, trying to keep the puck in possession here. So Australia's number 12 swimming across, saving the day there, but obstruction being called against Australia. New Zealand got a fairly big fan base up here on their goal area. So good substitutions going on there for the Australians as they pop players going in and out, in and out. So Australia there setting up, defending their goals pretty hardly as players restarted. Advantage being played here for the New Zealanders as Australia stream down the pool. So advantage played here for the New Zealanders. Legally stopping the puck, so the knockdown wasn't quite as clean as it needed to be. Nothing in it. Play will reset. New Zealand will have another go at their goal tray here, trying to score a goal. Australia setting up. They've got all players going down at the bottom of the water here, I would imagine. And pop, 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 down they go, and players on. So lots and lots of players at the bottom there. This is where it gets really hard to see what's going on. Lots of arms, lots of legs, lots of fins. As the puck comes across the back wall here, camera side of the pool, so we can see what's going on now. Player number 13 there for Australia, Ben Stepkovic, holding onto the puck nicely, controlling it. Australia not wanting the New Zealanders to do what they just did, which was pull the puck off very quickly and come around right to the middle of the goals. Again, Australia going for the safety of the wall, keeping the puck on the safe side of the body with Alex Barnes-Keogh there, and keeping New Zealanders off the puck as they pull some more substitutions in there on the Australian team. So substitutions going on quite nicely there for the Australian team as play continues. So can't quite see what's going on there at this stage. Play's making its way up to the Australian attack as Australia is pulling that puck back and forth, back and forth. So a good drive there by the Australians, but looks like the referee is going to call obstruction there. It's obstruction against Australia. New Zealand will set up with an advantage puck in their favour. So see what goes on here with New Zealand set up around about the halfway mark of the pool, right there in front of the camera. So we might get a nice shot here as the players take the puck. So New Zealand with the puck there, flicking it through. Oh no, he's done a swerve there instead. So a nice swerve by the New Zealander there, swerving around the Australian defence and getting to the wall. So Australia again holding it on the wall there, keeping it in that safe zone away from the goal tray. New Zealand try and break through. They just break through there a little bit, but that is the back wall. So really hard to score from this position. It is suspected New Zealanders will try and bring that puck out in the 45 as they just did then. They came about a metre off the goal wall there to get a little bit of space. So we've got a referee making a call here. It's against the New Zealanders. So Australia is going to set up here on the 2 metre advantage puck area and get a little bit of reprieve. Looking at his teammates here, we've got a little bit of Australian confusion. little bit slow to get themselves set before they took the puck there, the Australians. So they're off now, making their way across to the far side of the pool. So they've pulled that one back and kept possession. And that's the aim of the Australian game here at this stage, is keeping possession back here, not letting New Zealanders actually get it. Because it's on the far side here now of the pool, so it's closest to me. And I can see that most Australians are on the bottom of the pool. There's only one Australian on the surface there, so Australia putting in hard here to try and get the puck out of this area. And they make a little bit of ground there, not a lot, but just a little bit. And it looks like New Zealand's turned that quite quickly and gone for a quick drive on the 45. That's going very close to the tray, and that's probably in the tray there at the moment. But one New Zealander coming up there without a mask. The puck's gone across the tray, so Australia defending that one just on the last line of defence. So great work there by the Australians. Unlucky for the New Zealanders, as the puck's now over on the Australian substitution side, and some fresh oxygenated blood getting in the pool here tonight. So off they go. We'll probably see a bit of a drive from the Australians here, as the New Zealanders have worn themselves out driving hard down that pool. Without being able to substitute from the far side of the pool, it makes it quite difficult. So moving down towards the New Zealand bench here, we've seen lots of substitution going on for the New Zealanders, as you would expect. So New Zealand's going to put some fresh blood in the pool here and come flying back at the Australians. So again, score still 0-0. So no decisive winner in this game, that's for sure. So it could be a 1-0 win. It could be a 0-goal draw at the end of this game. So we'll just have to keep watching here and see what happens. A bit of a melee happening over here on the far side of the pool. Puck's not really going either direction, but certainly lots of players getting on the bottom there trying to make advantage. But the referee calling an infringement. So illegally stopping the puck with his glove. Called Simon Talbot's called that one against number 3. So it was number 3. Looks like Louis Flavel-Birch. Hopefully I got that right. Or is it Lewis? Might be Lewis Flavel-Birch. He's a bit of a gloving of the puck. Well, referee's time out. See what's going on here. Maybe there was another ref calling advantage I didn't see. And I'll just see what we've got to say here. Keeping an eye on things. Got 1, 2. What have we got getting cold here?
Someone's in.
Referee's pulling someone out of the pool. Referee's pulling number 3. Number 3, Josh McKenzie out of the pool. Oh, sorry, Jacob Beats out of the pool. And he's going to get 2 minutes, I think. Been up to something there on the surface as far as the referees could see. It was the out-of-water referee making the decision here. And the infringement has occurred most likely prior to Simon actually making his call. So referee is out of the water. Generally will let play go until an in-water referee calls something, and then they'll make the decision as to which way the puck goes. So puck will be back with the Kiwis, so they're going to get a chance. Australia have only got 5 in the water. The infringing players' time still hasn't started yet. Their time will start when this game starts, which is now. So away we go. So New Zealand there, they've got one spare player, or one more player up. Advantage being played here by the referee, advantage over. And New Zealand drive hard into their attacking area. So Australia going for the safety of this corner again, making sure they do their best to keep the Kiwis out of it. And looks like they're going to rotate quite nicely. Big pull down there by an Australian player, taking a big breath on his way down. He's planning on being down there for a while by the looks of it. So they're all up now. Got lots of New Zealanders on the surface watching. Got hardly any Australians watching on the surface, I can tell you. So the New Zealanders are obviously working hard here, taking a bit of extra oxygen, trying to get that last drive in before the puck comes out of this corner. So on the surface, Australia is going for a bit of a drive here, going to hopefully try and take it out of there, while the New Zealanders are holding it in nicely. We've got obstruction being called against the Australian team as they set up. Now the New Zealanders will get the puck out in the 5-2 metre line, so the New Zealanders will get another advantage here as the player is now on the pool deck to get back in the water, so he was only out for 1 minute. And the ejected player from the pool, Jacob Beats, is back in the water. So Australia back with 6 in. New Zealand unable to capitalise on the advantage that they had there for that 1 minute. As the puck goes in hard into the New Zealand goal area, but it looks like the Australians are swimming out with that puck and making sure they keep good control of it. So it was number 13, Ben Stepkovic, by the looks of it, holding onto that puck and swimming through to the middle area, coming over to his substitution area, so you'll expect the Australians to get a bit of a fresh drive on here as the puck is now in their substitution zone, so they'll make the most of that while they can. Bit of a melee going on there for a little bit as the puck's gone quickly towards the New Zealand goals, but headed off quite quickly, just as quickly by the Australian defence. So Australia and New Zealand very well and equally matched here. It looks like I've got a referee calling a stick infringement against the Australian team. So a stick infringement against the Australian team. And the puck's going to come a fair way back down the pool. Looks like the referee's been calling that one for a little while. As away we go. Not sure what the New Zealander was settling there on the surface. He had his hand there, a bit like a chatterbox or something going on in his hand, so maybe the Australians asking the question here at the referee or something, not really sure. So New Zealand pulling that puck around, rolling into the middle of Australian backs. Referee giving us a great shot of their back, not much of a pull there though. Again, New Zealand pushed out there but rolled it around nicely. Getting it past the Australian there was a good flick. Trying to pull it back up off that wall and back into the goal tray. New Zealand going in, Australia going in. I can't tell from here, but it looks like Australia's just pulled that one out to the safety zone of that wall and coming to the surface there with the Australian player. Being held on the wall there nicely by the Australians, again allowing a bit of substitution to occur, making a bit of a chance here. So New Zealanders probably starting to wear themselves out a little bit up in their attacking bit. If they don't score soon, I'm imagining it's going to go back down towards their substitution bench before they get some fresh players in that pool, because they are right up here in their attack. And as long as Australia keeps it up here, they're not really going to get a chance to do any substitutions. So puck's being held there by the Australian. New Zealand's trying to chip at it there, trying to get the puck. Pulled it back quite quickly there, giving it to his teammate. Again, pulled it back, trying to go for another teammate. But Australians all over that one, trying to get in amongst it. Again, New Zealand's coming in. Less than 5 minutes to go on the clock there, just been shown. And this is a tight game. So Australia going out hard and fast there, trying to get the New Zealand, shut them down. And it looks like Australia going for a bit of a swing. New Zealander left-hander there, rolling that one off nicely off the Australian, so they didn't get too far away with it, that's for sure. Again, puck outside the Australian substitution bench, so Australia getting plenty of subs in there. As the Australian team goes streaming past your camera just then and heading to their attack quite quickly. New Zealand making some substitutions there. We've got masks off their faces. They're breathing hard. They know they're going to need some to get themselves nice and fresh as fast as possible. Got advantage being played here in the pool, and it looks like it must be advantage to Australia as they've made more ground. So advantage over. Everything goes. The New Zealand's coming in there. He's going to probably swim through on a 45. Made a bit of ground there, putting some pressure on the Australians, and away he goes again. Teammates there, perfect positioning by his teammates. Picked that puck up nicely and cleanly, and he's away going on a 45. We've got advantage being played here again, and advantage is over. Referee is called gloving against New Zealand, but gloving against New Zealand, or he's hooked. He's hooked the puck back, but he's ended up with it on his glove, so he didn't quite get that puck nice and clean. Looks like we've got timeout being called by the Australians. So timeout's being called by the Australians. They're going to take 1 minute here to have a chat with their teammates and try and get themselves sorted. So there's the time remaining, 3 minutes and 7 seconds, I hope that means. So not a lot of time left in this game. 3 minutes, 1 goal, 1 winner. So we'll see what happens. We've got Kiwis again, nice big tight huddle, having a good conversation. Coach right in the middle of it all. The Australians all spread out, listening to Coach Nick Martin there, pointing the directions, giving them nice, clear, concise individual things that they need to get done. So we've got Stino there coming over, looking for somebody. He's trying to give someone a tip, giving him a bit of a conversation. New Zealand coach still going here, still trying to tell his players what he needs them to do to try and get through the Australian defence. As you can see, both teams defending extremely well, going for the safety of their own walls when they have to, and not really relenting and letting any of the players coming through. So here we go, we've got 15 seconds, and then only 3 minutes in it. So this is the game of the night so far. No goals scored so far. So here we go, we're off. Puck is going slightly in the Australian advantage there, but really not a lot in it. They're all being held up on the ball here for a few minutes, and it looks like the New Zealanders or the Australians have pulled a switch, The Australians have tried to pull a switch or something, and got an obstruction being called against Australia here. Puck will come back to the far side of the pool where the obstruction originally occurred, and it looks like New Zealand are going to set up. So New Zealand on the surface again. Guy calling some sort of hand signal, so maybe the Kiwis are planning some sort of hand signals to make manoeuvres on these free pucks. So good on it. Looks like they've set up, driven down the wall here a little bit, trying to put some pressure on the Australian defence, but again, Australian defence just rotating nicely there and now starting to drive out of the pool defensive area and into their attacking half. So pucks at midway here on the court and doing their best to try and go down the pool. The Australians and the Kiwis giving them no ground at all. They've got to fight for every single centimetre they get. So pucks in a bit of a melee on the wall. It looks like Australia's making a quick break here. So quick breaks all of a sudden occurred here for Australia. Something's opened up on the far side of the pool. Looks like New Zealand swimming it across the pool here. They're going to try and open it up. And again, we've got another obstruction here. Obstruction and a stick infringement being called against New Zealand. So Australia's going to sit back up here in front of the goals and get another chance at it. While a timeout's been called here for New Zealand. So both teams holding on to their timeouts, not wanting to give it away to each other. Last 3 minutes we've used our timeouts. We've got 1:39 left on the clock. They're going to have a breather, get them all self set up. The Australian team's a little bit tighter this time, listening to what the coach has got to say. All players going into the court to have a conversation in the timeout. So Nick Martin there, very direct with his hand pointing and hand signals, telling his players what he wants them to do. As again, New Zealand's in a nice tight huddle, listening to their coach, seeing what he's got to say. Or maybe it's just the captain having the conversation there. So coach is out of the water. In his coach's box, having a chat with some of the other players and his assistant coach to see what they can come up with for this game. Play will start here in 15 seconds. The referees all setting up nicely. New Zealand's still got a massive squad of fans at their end of the pool. Going to have a bit of a chant going on here shortly, no doubt, as they kick off here, or puck off. And puck is about to be played. Here we go. Australia attacking here, pushing hard against the New Zealand defence. New Zealand defence going for the safety of the corner. And Australia's probably going to try and bring it out on the 45 there and make some advantage ground here. We've got the referee making a call here. Can't see the referee from this position, but I can see the chief referee calling that this is an advantage puck to Australia. And we've got another referee making a referee timeout call. And bit of a conversation going on in the pool. We'll see what the referee timeout call is going to come out here. Simon and Bruce having a bit of a conversation. Going to stick with Simon. Well, no, conversation's gone in the favour of New Zealand. Looks like an Australian was using their free arm at some point there. So advantage puck here to New Zealand. Tides have turned, so New Zealand are going to try and no doubt drive down this wall pretty hard and fast. Then probably try and bring it across the pool about the halfway mark, and hopefully we'll see one of them swimming at your camera really soon. Just as predicted, but it's an Australian swimming hard. New Zealanders just got around in there. And straight again, Australia holding strong. But you can see there, New Zealanders unrelenting. There's 1, 2, 3. And yeah, stick infringement against the New Zealand player there as they did their best to try and move on with the game. So 59 seconds left on the clock. Not a lot of time there for anyone to score. So stick infringement against New Zealand. Remember, the clock does stop on every penalty at the moment. So plenty of time there for the referees to set up as Australia take this advantage puck in the middle of the pool. So big long flick there. Good flick there through by the Australian as they make some good ground down the pool. Australia making some good ground here. Must be about 40 seconds left on the clock as they move into the defensive corner here for the New Zealanders. New Zealand on the defence here and Australia on the attack. Looks like Australia's pulled that one out off the wall and New Zealand is swimming away with it. We've got one New Zealander. He's going for a swim. I think he's away.
He's going to do it. He's going to do
it.
it.
Player in front of him and the puck's in the crowd and the crowd is just going crazy here. So a bunch of New Zealanders right there greeting his teammate as he scores a goal. And that's a decent swim, that's for sure. That's the full 25 metres on the ball there. And that will be game over as the clock will tick down here to full time. There will not be a chance for any more resets. That's the game. That's a 1-0 win to New Zealand, as Australia will have to take heed of that and make sure it doesn't happen next game for them. So to recap, nothing scored until the final 10 seconds of this game. New Zealand swimming in the golden goal, one might call it, as they put it in with 10 seconds to go. 1-0 to New Zealand, and these guys will obviously play another couple of games over the next few days. So we'll be back with you in around about 2.5 minutes as we kick off in the next game. It will be the Amazons versus New Zealand under 22 women's. Oh no, hang on. Is that the right game sheet? Wrong game sheet.
That's game 44. Australian Colts versus Barbarians.
Australian Colts versus the Barbarians, and then we'll have the Amazons versus the New Zealand under 22 women's team. Alright, so it's game on here at the Hobart Aquatic Centre. We've got the Australian Colts in the white versus the Barbarians in the black. So the Barbarians going in the black here. Going to see what they can do against the Australian Colts. So it's a bit of a mixed bag both ways here. So we've got a mixed bag from Australia coming along to put an extra team in this competition, and a mixed bag from Australia/New Zealand putting a team into the competition. So this will get a bit of bragging rights to whichever team wins. We were the best mixed bag on the night, so we'll see what happens here as the game progresses. So looking back, see if they've played each other prior to tonight. Oh, looks like the Australian Colts have pushed hard up into their attacking tray there, coming across nicely, trying to put the puck in. Barbarians holding out, but doesn't look like they could hold that out for too long. But referee's happy with that, very happy with that. Arms going up, and number eight for the Australian Colts. That's Shannon Griffiths scoring a goal. So Shannon Griffiths scores the first goal for the Australian Colts in almost less than a minute in the first part of the game. So it's kind of happened last night too. The Barbarians were playing. Forget who they played last night. We'll have a quick look. So the Barbarians were playing New Zealand under 22 men, and last night New Zealand under 22 men scored a goal in the first minute against the Barbarians. So bit of a something there for the Barbarians. They probably need to be a little bit more fired up at the start of the game. They are a pretty relaxed crew, just putting themselves together just before the competition, getting all their players' names down. So the Barbarians are unrelenting here, so they're going to go put some pressure on the Australian Colts. Referee playing advantage at the back there, and advantage is being called up as the Australians take the puck off the Barbarians and try and make some ground down the pool. So the Barbarians don't have an advantage puck here. It's being set there perfectly, just out from the back line by the referee, as we should be able to see a good Barbarian flick coming through into the Australian defence. We'll see what they do here as they set up. So come through, chip flick across. Australia cool, calm and collected, but rolled off quite quickly by a Barbarian there as he's pulled it back, given it to his teammate quite quickly. Referee playing advantage there as something's happened. Still playing advantage as the Barbarians coming towards their goal tray, and advantage is now over. Advantage over. Advantage to the Barbarians, and the referee is trying to call the puck back, and they set up here. So Barbarians getting an advantage puck, not making the most of it, so referee calling back, setting up. They're going to get another try on this goal tray. So puck's placed, players down, and off they go, chipping the puck in onto that goal tray. So pressure on the Australians here. Can they keep it out? There's a lot of players in the bottom of the pool. I wouldn't like to call it, but that puck's in the tray. We've got referees going, yep, they're happy with that. Looking for a number here by the referee, looking for a number. Goal has been scored. Looks like a mighty goal with number 8. I saw a number 8 hand signal being called there at some stage. That was number 8 for the Barbarians, given that goal. That was Matt Sissy. Matt Sissy got a goal there for the Barbarians. So players restarting here. And it looks like the Barbarians might be a little bit quicker out than the Australian Colts on that one. So player trying to chip it through. Met by one of the Australians, not making a lot of ground here. Puck heading to the far side of the pool, middle of the pool. And looks like the Australians are going to drive up the far side of the pool here and make a little bit of ground towards their goals, that's for sure. So on the back wall, see what the Barbarians can do here in the defence of the back wall. The Australians might try and bring that across, and they've brought it across quickly there, but not really getting anywhere. We've got a referee calling the infringement. Looking at the referee, we've got a gloving against Australia. The Barbarians are going to start up with a advantage puck here in their favour, so they get a bit of reprieve. The Australians pushing hard on their trade, but obviously the Barbarians putting lots of pressure on the Australian team there and making the most of it. So we're off. Puck's been taken. Not a lot of ground made, but it looks more like now they've reached the wall, the Barbarians are going to try and drive down that wall a little bit and put a lot of pressure on the Australian defence. The Australians popping, circling around each other. Puck's about to come across the pool here, judging by the surface manoeuvre, and going back in on the inside. Got an obstruction being called against the Barbarians now. Another referee seeing an infringement there, obstruction against the Barbarians. There we go.
Good. We've got 20.
So puck's set, and referees press the sounder. A Barbarian there swimming the wrong way around the referees to get into the advantage area, and advantage being played to the Barbarians at this stage. So it's like advantage here to the Barbarians as they've taken the puck well and truly straight across the pool. Got a few subs in there and made some ground. So coming back across towards in front of the goal trays here, it's a little bit risky by the Barbarians, being shut down quickly by the Australians as they roll and come through on the inside. Australian driving hard here, trying to make the most of it. Two teammates right next to each other there, so not spreading out much there and giving themselves a bit of room to play. So Australia rolling it back, looking for assistance, but shut down very quickly by the Barbarians as they do a quick substitution. Well, a slow substitution, I should say. Number 8 there for the Barbarians, Matt Sissy, who's slipping out of the pool under the lane rope, but his player's not noticing. The advantage being played by the referee here in the middle of the pool. It's obviously advantage for the Barbarians because they've gone streaming down the pool and the referee's let it go. Advantage back on. Looks like advantage back on for the Barbarians as they're making their way down in their attacking corner. So let's see if they can pull that puck off the wall there. And looks like the Australians are holding that nicely. Keeping it through to a teammate. Trying to get it up off that wall. Trying to get a little bit of a drive. Got referee calling illegally stopping the puck there. Not sure what part of the body did it, but obviously it was not stopped with the bat. It's the only thing you can hit the puck with. Can't hit it with anything else. So Australia here, setting up, got the puck there on the blue dot, ready to go. So there goes Australian Colts swimming off on a 45, trying to put it through the pack of players there, and puck not really making any advantage there for the Australians. So puck back on the wall, getting a bit of a drive there by the Barbarians, but Australians are holding it out nicely at this stage. So looks like Australia going for a bit of a drive, chipped it across to his teammate, didn't quite get away with it as cleanly as he liked, so he's come back into the middle here. So Australia chip and go there, and has made a little bit of ground. So a little bit of ground, probably still in there and right outside the Australian substitution area. So, or Barbarian substitution area, sorry. So Barbarians making the most of that, getting a few fresh players in the pool. Australia swum around quickly there, trying to make the most of it. Will he chip it up the wall? He's driving hard into that tray. And we've got referees happy with that. That was a big, hard drive straight into the tray there. So, number 12. At least someone's given a call at the back there. So that was number 12, James Milner. Local Tassie boy, that one. He knows how to play hockey in this pool. He's been playing in it for long enough. So he's popped a go in there for the Australians. And we've got 1 minute kick out here for number 4. Barbarians, number 4, Dylan Booth. He's been booted for 1 minute. Wasn't quite sure what the actual call was. I was trying to get the hand signal on the players scoring the goal. So it's up. Puck's restarted. Looks like not a lot of stuff going on. A bit of a melee as always happens after the start of the puck. Start of play. The Australians driving long and hard into their attacking zone again. So the Barbarians back on the back foot, trying to keep play, keep it all nice and good. Got a referee playing an advantage here behind play. Fingers still pointing. Not sure if advantage is still going, but they've let it go. The Australians have pulled it back out and around, coming through on a 45. That's a great flick through, but no one there to send it home. So what have we got here? I've seen nothing. I've seen an Australian getting told that he's doing some sort of infringement. Not a very clear hand signal from the referee, but it looks like it might have been a minor stick infringement there. And Barbarians will set up with the advantage puck in their favour. So Barbarians here, got the puck, going to go down there now. Looks like there's right-hander taking the puck right there, chipping it through. Advantage being played here by the referee behind play, so seeing something there, probably an illegal knockdown of the puck from that position as the Australians try and slow down that fast-paced Barbarian team. So Australia chipping across to his teammate, looking for more teammates swimming backwards if they have to. Barbarians not conceding any ground, so Australia's gone back, held position there. Number 13, Australia, Jaden Skinner just received the puck, so we'll see if he can do a bit of a drive up the wall. Got an advantage being played here right outside the Barbarian substitution bench as the Australians go again. Looks like the advantage was in the way of the Barbarians as the puck has now been stopped. Play has been stopped, puck's being placed, it's advantage over as the Barbarians reset. As obstruction against Australia was the call as the Barbarians reset. Going down, take the puck. And away they go. So the Barbarians trying to drive hard up that wall there at this stage. Australians have pulled it off them. Nice switch coming across there by the Australians. If he gets that flick away, it looks like the Barbarians got in between there and pushed that puck into their attacking corner. So Australia not quite getting that switch off. So it's cost them here. They're down in their defensive part there while the Barbarians are shutting that down quite nicely. So Barbarians here putting a fair bit of pressure on. A lot of players on the surface, a lot of players starting to look a little bit more and more tired as this play kicks on. Referee calling an infringement. Asking for a referee's timeout straight after he's called the infringement. He's going to talk to a player. He's looking for the player. He's giving a warning. An individual warning to a player. Looks like individual warning to player number 9, Tom Howard, for gloving the puck or putting his hand on top of the puck with his back or something like that. Individual warning to Tom Howard here, so any more infringements from him to do with the gloving and the puck, and he'll be ejected from the pool. So timeout being called by New Zealand, I think, not 100% sure, but looks like referees in there having a conversation. Just trying to make sure, tell you exactly what's going on. So referee saying he's given him a warning, so that's it. He's been told warning for bashing the puck with his glove, and they're going to keep an eye on that now. So the Australian team's being warned. So no more gloving for the Australian team, punching the puck through when they need to use their bat. So they'll be nice and clean as a whistle coming into this next part of the game. So clock's ticking down at the end of the timeout here. Referees are set. Players are all going down. Barbarian advantage puck on the far side of the pool as they push through. So Barbarians pushing through, trying to make the most of it. So plays pushed across here. Australia holding it in the corner and chipping it through to his teammate there nicely. So Australia holding onto that and making the most that they can. Holding on there, safety first. Always the first priority when you're in the defensive zone. But safety first, and then they'll get ready to do something with it. So referee giving us a great shot there. As looks like the referee is calling infringement. So good they were in that position. They wouldn't have seen the obstruction of the puck otherwise. And looks like the Barbarians were gloving it there. Puck being set on the 5-2 line here. So 5-2 line there, beautiful. And Australians will set up with an advantage puck here. So
Australia
setting up an advantage puck, trying to chip it through. got to pass the Bavarian there, so it's a nice clean spot by the Australians. The Australians now scrim flying past. It was Jaden Skinner flying past your TV screen there, making some good ground, and even pulling it back and looking for a teammate. So a teammate there, trying to get a nice bit of puck under the body, and it looks like the Australians are going to drive onto the goal train here and put a fair bit of pressure on the Barbarians. Unfortunately, that was number 4, Matt McCartney, doing a bit of a drive across the pool, not getting clean puck, not getting what he wanted. And referees calling a timeout. And see what the conversation will lead to here. We never know what's going to go on. The referee may or may not see something.
87 views in the last hour.
He's liaising with Simon as well. So it's Chris and Simon having a bit of a chat. Julia coming over and
it's more than it's been saved there.
seeing what they've got to say. So it looks like
12 watching.
the player that
16
stopped
watching the
Matt
last game,
McCartney
12
from
watching.
scoring the goal may have done it, but may not have done it legally. So we're going to see what the call is going to be here at this stage. So we'll see what's going on. So we've got referees having a conversation, players giving him plenty of space as we're going to go with advantage puck to Australia, stick infringement against the Barbarians, and nothing more coming of it. There's a bit of clarity being seeked there, and the final result is Australia now have an advantage puck right in front of their goal tray on the 5 metre line. But we'll see what they can do here. So everyone on the bottom of the pool, there's not a single snorkel on the surface except for the referees. And advantage already being played in Australia's advantage. If something going on here, but advantage was being played in the Australian area. I presume it was the Australian area. Referee Chris having a chat to a Kiwi here, or no, he's a Barbarian. He might be a Kiwi Barbarian, but you never know. I think he might be, judging by that snorkel. Or is he talking to somebody else? He was saying, nope, they've broken. Not sure where that puck was, but that puck will be dead centre now, so dead centre. Australia having another go here at the advantage puck right in front of their goal tray. Will they put it in? We've got goal, goal, goal. That's 3 referees, all happy with that. Number 8. Lovely hand signals there by the referees. Number 8, Shannon Griffiths. That's his 2nd goal for the night. So it's 2 goals, or it's 3 goals now to Australia. 3 goals now to Australia, 1 to the Barbarians. 2 of those goals coming from Shannon Griffiths. And I think the earlier goal came from... I forget where it came from. I need to mark it down on the sheet as I go, I think. Alright, so kicks off here again, or pucks off as play started. Barbarians out off the block nice and early, hitting a wall of Australians. Australians pulled up short there, just went, well, we'll meet you guys as you try and flick it through. So Australia a little bit slow off the blocks, and Barbarians are down in their attacking half, that's for sure. They're unrelenting there. They Barbarians have pushed in pretty hard, and it's like the referee's made a call there. Let's get that camera fixed again. Someone's pushed it that far now. Let's go back to the wall just a smidge. So looks like it's going to be advantage puck here to the Barbarians as they make their way down on the puck. A little bit of camera shaking going on there as they try and move along. There we go, we're on the back wall there. He needs to bring it out more.
Yeah.
Alright, they're just trying to fix that camera there for us.
Bit more.
That's pretty close.
That's good. Yeah.
As play has been stopped here. Looks like the referee is playing advantage. As
Actually.
yeah, we'll wait till half time. We'll get that camera fixed up a little bit more if we can. So
Just back a little bit, isn't it?
oh, that's alright. We're looking on the TV screen over there on pool deck, so that's good. Maybe you can twist it a little bit or something like that. Only 6 seconds to go on the clock, so timeout taken here by one of the teams with 6 seconds left on the clock. So they're going to try something special, that's for sure. See what they can do to pop a goal in the tray. We'll wait till half time. We'll get that camera sorted. As we look around the pool deck, coach is in there having a good old chat. We've got Stino in there having a chat. We've got Andrew for the Barbarians having a bit of a chat. And looks like we're all getting ready to see what they can do. They're going to have 6 seconds. 6 seconds only to put this puck in the tray. Failing that, it'll be half time. We'll have a 3-minute break. Fix up that camera. Game after this one's going to be the Amazons versus the New Zealand under 22 women's.
Yep.
Sounds good to me. So, game after this is New Zealand Amazons versus the Australian, under 26 women. No, changing clocks again.
It's number game 45 there, Amazon.
Alright, Amazon, New Zealand under 22 women. Alright, I'm stuck with the first call.
New Zealand won the last 2 times. 4-3-3-1.
And yeah, that's a long time out. Alright, game's paused waiting for the referees here. Here we go. Restarting in 6 seconds. So 6 seconds to score. Otherwise it's just half time. So, camera's looking good there now. They must have fixed it up when I wasn't looking. That's brilliant. So in they go. Put the puck in. All players on the surface. Time over. And someone's being ejected from the pool for 2 minutes. Who's getting ejected from the pool for 2 minutes here? Yeah, looks like number 7. Good old Harry Vanderwood. I'm sure he was on the side of the pool last night too when I was in here doing a bit of commentary. So Harry's been ejected from the pool for 2 minutes for obstruction. He'll be there after the half-time break. So we'll give him an update when he goes back in. And we'll just come back with you shortly.
Yeah, sounds on.
Alright, well we're back here with less than 30 seconds to go at half time. Coaches got in there and had plenty to say to their players. So very animated coaches over in the Australian box. But Barian's a little bit more relaxed, chilled out sort of vibe going on down there. Like we said, they're a ragtag bunch of blokes all just throwing themselves together. Thought they'd come out here and have a few bragging rights against the Australians if they could. But Australia holding true there, got 3-1 up on them. So the Barians got a little bit to do this half if they want to come back and try and equalise this game. Looks like something happened at half time I didn't know about. There's 2 players out here on pool deck. We know that Harry Vanderwood was ejected from the pool at the end of that last half, but number 6, Will Bowling's out there keeping him warm. So 2 Australians on pool deck. The Barians have got the advantage here to try and put the puck in the tray, but it looks like it's being well controlled by the Barbarians there in the middle of the pool. Put roll and flick and off they go. So Barbarians moving nicely, coming down. Australia keeping it in that safety zone on the wall, but with 4 players in the pool, not 6, makes it pretty hard to keep up 6-on-4 hockey here. So good to see the Australians doing all right, keeping it under control and in their favourite spot there in the defence, that's for sure. Hard against the wall, right near their substitution zone. Got referee calling an infringement against the Barbarians for obstruction, and the player was about to enter the pool, so he's now going to wait until the play has started. So you can't enter the pool until play has started after you've been ejected from the pool. So we'll see what goes on here. Looks like play's about to start, and waiting for the referee's hands to drop, and Will be the first one in the water. So Australia there taking the advantage puck. Will coming flying across. I can see him streaming from here. He's going to slam straight into that puck if he gets half a chance and go for a bit of a drive up the wall. So Barbarians pulling it back out, going for a big chip around, trying to take advantage of the space that they've got. They've still only got 6 on 5 here, the Barbarians, and still can't make the most of it. So Australia controlling the puck, going again, chipped it off to his teammates. That's number 6, Will bowling. He's just had a bit of time having a breather, that's for sure. It looks like referee's calling a gloving against Australia there. Harry Vander's just sat back down on pool deck, so as soon as referee's hands go down on the restart of play here, then he will be in the water as well. So Barbarians unable to capitalise, having the advantage in numbers, so larger numbers doesn't always mean it's going to be an easy game when they're playing here on pool deck. So Harry's into the pool as the Barbarians take some really hard swimming at that goal tray. Harry might have enough time to sneak it across and make the most of it. So it looks like we had an infringement occur there against the Barbarians as Harry's entered the pool. He's come swimming across, but the Barbarians have infringed there, and so that's a no goal. So no goal to the Barbarians as they make their way across. So away we go. But Australians taking, Barbarians taking advantage puck there and making their way down the pool nicely. So Australia's doing quite a good job pushing into the front. But yeah, Australians going that way now. So Australians driving hard down to their goal area and making the most of it. So Australia's doing well, holding it nicely in that corner, and looks like it's going to be a bit of defence and a bit of a back to and throwing going on here until some team pulls it away and makes the most of it. So looks like it might be the Barbarians driving it down the wall. That's come too far down for the Australians to be doing it. Got an advantage being played here, so advantage being played here for the Barbarians, but the Australian defence is scrambling. They've got back, they've reset. Looks like they've slowed it down and got themselves set. So it looks like it's still going to go the Barbarians' way. They're still driving a little bit harder on the puck now. So Barbarians coming back this second half. They've upped the pace there a little bit, and we're down in the Australian defence, that's for sure. So the Barbarians attacking nicely. Got an advantage out the back here being called by a referee as play continues down in this attacking corner for the Barbarians, defensive area for the Australians. So it's a good spot for the Australians to defend. Not such a good spot for the Barbarians to score any goals here, but the Australian backline rotation starting to kick in there. So players popping, going back and around each other, trying to make sure that puck doesn't come in. So we'll see what goes on here. Barbarians popping. Got everyone getting a little bit slower. You wear yourself out pretty quick trying to bash along that back wall. No players bringing it out, but it's come out now. So we'll see where this comes from. It's come out around the back of the Barbarian attack there, but going back in now on a 45. So the Barbarians pushing on that goal tray. Looks like that's an Australian swimming out with the puck there, and an excellent swerve on the inside of the Barbarian, but didn't quite get away with it. A little bit risky swerving right there. That was right in front of the goal tray. It looks like referee's called an infringement. So I know Simon's giving him a warning there for something. Got Matt McCartney, he's doing a bit of a hand signal. He's going, no mate, we need to push it to the sides, not try and go for the middle. So that was number 10 getting a warning. That was Callum Weishart getting a warning there for moving the puck with his glove. So looks like timeout being called by the Australians as they scrambled, trying to get themselves a substitution, but not being allowed to have one. Players going, no mate, short turn, in you go. And then 40 seconds to go on the clock. So looks like the Barbarians in there having a bit of a chat. Got one bloke in there with a number 14 cap on. I assume he's the coach. Otherwise, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he must be number 14 there. He's the coach. So it's Andrew in there having a chat with the Barbarians. Got Coach good old Stino in there having a chat to the Colts. Colts laying back, arms outstretched, sucking in as much air as they can while they sit back poolside and keep an eye on the game. They're having a bit of a chat, talking about the direction of play. We've all discussed that pullback, and Stino telling his players, watch out for the stick infringements, guys, watch out for the stick infringements. We don't want any more of those being called here. So here we go, Australia setting up, perfect position here. They have a go at the defence as the Barbarians take that puck in and try and keep it well and truly in front of that goal tray. So that puck is still in front of the goal tray, still in the danger zone here for Australia, but the Australians are now driven out along the wall. Got an advantage being played by referee Simon there. An advantage being played as Australia bring that down to the halfway mark and get a little bit of a reprieve. Not for long though, the Barbarians have turned that quite quickly, and Australia swimming on a hard 45 swim, making their way across. That was hard work pulling that switch, but he's pulled it. He's given it to a teammate. He's done his job, and now Australia will try and go up that wall a little bit. So Australia pulling back and having a go. Lots of substitutions going on there for Australia. It's hard to count them all. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 in and out, one after the other. Referee calling something. As I'll let you know what it is. It's obstruction against Australia. Advantage for the Barbarians. Looks like he's using his elbow to keep the player out there, so it's obstruction against the Australian team as we move deep into the second half. So Barbarians setting up here, having a go, getting ready to come in and attack the Australian goal yet again, and we'll see what happens here. So Barbarians unable to put one in on the tray as they bring it around and try and reach out and get themselves on a nice good 45, but the Australian team holding nicely on that wall. So not a lot going on there, bit of wall play happening. So players keeping the puck nicely over in that corner by the Australian standards, and the Barbarians unfortunately unable to get in there and break that up too much. So safety first for the Australians. Now they're regrouping a little bit there, getting ready to go across. So it looks like camera's copying it, but good goal shot there anyway on the camera. So we'll make the most of that while we can. So while it's all going on, there's the Australians coming across there on the back wall as they look around for support. No support coming, and they're all going in to help each other. So we'll see what happens here. Lovely bit of driving along the wall. Good flick towards the middle there by the Barbarians, but unfortunately not much coming from it. Puck very close to the tray there. Very, very close to the tray as the Barbarians again come out off the wall a little bit and try and make the most of it. So Australia coming in there, making sure they do things nice and slow and cool and precise. That's Robbie Kilpatrick, I think, ripping that one back in. Left-hander there, stretching out, trying to pull through the Australians. Safety first there, flicked by the Australians. We have got a penalty shot coming up here. So we're going to have a nice penalty shot here right in front of the goal tray. And they're going to try and straighten the camera up here a little bit. There's the penalty shot's played here. So penalty shot's being played. That's a flick in. That's in the tray by the Barbarians. And I'm not worried about the screen. I'm trying to get it to move it sideways. So play set.
I heard it, but then, I mean, it's kind of interesting one,
I'm just trying to fix that camera up here before we change the middle shot. So players restarted here at Hobart Aquatic Centre, and it looks like we're almost got that camera set we have. So as the play comes back down, that a bit of a blind spot there. Plays on the middle part of the pool here as they make their way down towards the other end of the pool. Some good wall work there coming along nicely as they go along, and looks like the Barbarian's going to hold in that corner for a little bit. Referee's right in the way there. And it looks like the Australians pulled that one out and come across on a 45 and done a quick manoeuvre there. So Australia's pulled that one out on 45. The Bavarians have put a lot of pressure on them there, getting it off. Now they're going to try and make a bit of ground down the other end of the pool. So Bavarians are swimming, big flick, chip and go. Some advantage being played there. I think that puck might have hit the Australian player's glove. Not intentional, just the knockdown didn't quite go right, but the Bavarians still make plenty of ground there, so advantage over. So Bavarians still have puck in their attacking part there. The Australians' defence working hard here tonight. Kept out the goal for most of it here. So again, referee calling something here, so we'll see what the referee's got to say about this. That's I'd call that illegally stopping the puck against the Bavarians. So the Australian team's going to get a little bit of a reprieve. Score is 3-2 here. So it's still anyone's game. The Australians haven't scored in this second half yet. 5 minutes to go on the clock and they haven't scored yet. So 10 minutes in, the Bavarians have come back pretty well in this second half. And away the Australians go. That's a fast, quick pace switch that they're trying to pull there. They're going to try and break the Bavarian line and keep them in their non-substitution side of the pool. So they're on the far side of the pool with the camera. That's the non-substitution side. So Australia's going to try and wear them down here and get that puck out in the 45 and pop it into the goal tray. One would imagine that's their plan. Referee's caught out there trying to stay out of the way of the players, but also got to make sure the referees get plenty of vision of what's going on in the water. So puck's coming across here in a 45 through the middle of the pool. Looks like the Australians are swimming it around there, going for the switch. Got this teammate on the outside. Not quite getting around the Bavarian there. Looks like they might have put a bit more pressure on than they expected as they pull a switch. Nice and quick in the middle. Wasn't going to work. He's pulled it back nicely. Again, off they go. Another 45 switch into his teammate. And Australia doing some nice flicks there. Not quite meeting targets though. So trying to get some targets down there for them. Will be what they're after. That's Will Bowling in there. Having a decent go at the Bavarians. And it looks like got obstruction or stick infringement being called against number 8. So Will's done well there. He's forced the error of the Barbarians, and they'll take advantage of the puck here, the Australians, as they set up round about the middle of the pool. That's dead on the middle of the pool, that one. It's on the 2 metre out from the wall mark. As the Australians swim across the pool on the 45, trying to sucker some Barbarians in, try and chip and go. So you can see there, nice camera recording away, and we've got players working hard and tirelessly out in front of their goal tray, trying to turn and go. An advantage being played here is the Bavarians make a bit of ground down the pool. Advantage still being played here, so maybe another advantage, I'm not sure. Maybe the Australians continuing to foul, but the Bavarians have made some good ground there, and advantage is now over, according to the referee. So Bavarians making good ground, they're out right outside the Australian substitution box as we move into the last 3 minutes of the game. So play still going. Puck coming across here, Bavarians having a big flick at the goal tray there, not quite getting it. The Australians unrelenting defence. Like I said, they've been solid here, the Australians in defence. They're not letting a lot in. They only had one go in this second half as a penalty shot. But it looks like the Bavarians are going to put a lot of pressure on them here. So they're going one at a time here, the Australians. A bit of team support there going on, so keeping an eye on things, keeping each other happy. And again, backing themselves here, the Australians are going to play down the clock here a little bit, get some substitutions occurring, and I'd imagine they'll start to try and sprint up towards their goal trays if they can. So still outside the substitution area in the Australian box, and not a lot of subs going on. Got a Bavarian doing a big long swim back. He's obviously too worn out to keep going. He's gone back to breathe a little bit more. Australia's got a good setup here. You can see their players set up. They've got the off winger out ready to go in if he has to. That puck's not going to come across on a 45 too easily. But legally stopping the puck was the Australian there, and the Bavarians are going to get an advantage puck in their favour. We've got a timeout being called by the Bavarians, so we've got 1 minute timeout and 2 minutes to go on the clock. The Bavarians will restart after this timeout with the advantage puck. Around about, say, 6 to 7 metres out from their goal tray, but pretty close to the wall there, so they should be ready to go. So, do a bit of a huddle here by the Australians. The old Stino in there having a bit of a chat. Not too much going on, they're not looking too animated, but he's just making it very clear, boys, we've got to get it down and amongst it. got a bit of
Asthma treatment.
asthma treatment going here on the surface for the Australians, like James Milner's a little bit short of breath. I would be too if you've been swimming around for this long, but all under doctor's orders. See his mum, aka Dr. Milner, doing the job properly. So Australia here ready to go. Clock's ticking down. Barbarians, remember, have the advantage puck here, so Barbarians going to make the most of it as the clock ticks down. So away we go. Barbarians coming in with the puck there. A little swerve by the Barbarians, trying to sucker the Australian in. Unrelenting, they're going for the wall, the Australians. I can see it in their eyes, they want it. So Australia going in to get the puck there, but Barbarians coming through behind. That was a great knockdown by the Australian. As Barbarian looks like they pushed along the trail. It was a solid gloving. Thought that might have been left-handed Barbarian gloving it up the wall there. So that was Robbie, was it? Being informed it was Robbie Kilpatrick doing a bit of gloving up the wall. You'd never see that on a weeknight, that's for sure. And moving along here, less than 2 minutes to go. Clock stops, so puck out here for the Australians on the 5 metre line, chipping it through the Barbarians there. But Australians just choosing to drive it through there, not trying to give it away too easy. The Barbarians have rolled it around, pulling it back on the 45 or straight across the pool there, trying to open something up. Referee calling something. Looks like illegally stopping the puck there. Maybe a stick infringement. Someone being ejected from the pool for 1 minute by the looks of it. So, looks like James Milner there getting kicked out of the pool for a minute. He was very animated after he got that call made, but a stick infringement must have been a constant stick infringement, so nothing clean going on there. The Barbarians have the advantage here. They have the puck in hand. They have 6 on 5 on the go here for the Barbarians, so they've got one extra player in the pool. Can they make the most of it? They couldn't earlier on at the start of this half, but they might have the numbers here. So Australia holding it against the wall there, keeping it all nice and tight. Teammates going up. That's Matt McCartney down there, taking a nice long breath hold, giving it off to his teammate. Looks like that's Callum coming through. Try and hold on that wall there a little bit longer. And again, number 9, that'll be Tommy Howarth coming in, holding on the wall. And who we got there? Number 3, it's Pat Meany's turn to hold it on the wall. So that's in the corner now, it's in that 1 metre mark. So this time they need to make sure they bring it out. As the Barbarian there, holding onto the wall. Hand pulled off by the referee, so that's an interesting one. We'll see when it comes to that, but holding onto the wall there is not allowed when you're making contact with the puck. If it's not making contact with the puck, then it makes no difference at all. So here we go, plays coming across the pool, and it looks like that's number 8 there for Australia, Shannon Griffith. He's going to hold it there for the next 15 seconds. They're not going to let that come out of there in a hurry, the Australians. And like I said earlier, there's only one way to get that puck if he holds that puck in there correctly, and that's illegally. So we'll see what goes on here.
Time, isn't it?
Chris Meeks called something. So with a few seconds to go on the clock, Chris Meeks called that one against the Barbarians. It's going to be Australia with the advantage puck for the last couple of seconds of the game. Don't think there'll be any more scores here tonight, so I think the score's pretty safe. 3-2 to Australia here as we warm up for the Amazons versus the New Zealand under 22 women's team. So we'll be back after this game. Only a few minutes between games here, so we're back in less than 3 minutes, and we'll keep you posted. Alrighty, so back here, that was number 7 and scoring a goal. So it's number 7 for the New Zealand under-22 women's team, Zoe Jarvis scoring a goal. So last 2 times these teams have met, the New Zealand team has been victorious. So the Amazons out to prove a point here. Again, another mixed bag of players. The Australians and Kiwis putting together a few people. Got a couple of overseas players as well. And they're making the most of it. So Kiwis out, quick off the blocks here. They're going to get the puck to start with. So New Zealanders going to the right of your screen as they go to the far side of the pool. So referees making good position there, keeping a good eye on the game as plays meandering around the middle part of the pool here on the far side with not a lot of action going on. Play's not really making a lot of progress, but an advantage being called by referees. Going to pull up the play now, the referee, and the signal is going to be advantage to New Zealand here. So it's an advantage puck for gloving. So it's New Zealand advantage puck for gloving as they make their way down. The players are getting ready as here we go. The New Zealand team's about to take off with the puck, have a go at the Amazons tray, but they're swimming straight across the pool there, not quite getting around the Amazons like they wished, as play progresses in front of the Amazon substitution bench. So lots of Amazons are slipping in and out of the water there as they do a nice big flick. The New Zealand ladies coming across, but unfortunately they've gone straight across that goal tray again. So the Amazons doing a good bit of play there and keeping the New Zealanders off the goal tray. So New Zealanders now bring it back out and around. Again, looks like the Amazons might have got in amongst that one and upset any thoughts of the play. So going along here quite nicely. The Amazons have brought it out in the middle of the pool. Looks like the New Zealanders have got in there and got amongst them though and trying to break it up. They're going for a quick swim there on the far side of the pool. That's New Zealand having a swim. They've got an advantage in there up their sleeve as the referee calls it up. The advantage is not over, so it's advantage to New Zealand for illegally stopping the puck against the Amazons. So puck stoppage, always quite important. Make sure you use your back. If you don't use your back, you're going to get caught up with the referees. They're going to say, no, can't do that. 4 New Zealand ladies there just sprinted to their substitution bench, so they've made the most of the time between the referees placing the puck and putting it back in. So they're all back in there. A little bit higgledy-piggledy on the setup there, though. Not quite enough time to set up. So having a good go at the tray. The Amazons taking advantage of the New Zealanders doing a substitution and pushing the puck out to the side of the pool. Wall's always the safest spot to play it when you're in defence. Certainly hard to score a goal from there. Can't quite see the referee call here. TV screens and so forth in the way. Having a bit of a chat with one of the Amazon players. As I think it's an advantage again for the New Zealand ladies. So New Zealand ladies here taking the puck up against the Amazons again with the advantage puck. They're going to try and put it into that tray, that's for sure. Coming across the tray here, going to get some good footage on this side of the pool as that's a nice underbody pull and push. But the Amazon there unrelenting. So it was number 8 there, Dan Hunt not letting the puck through. Looks like the New Zealanders are doing alright. They're keeping that puck up in their attacking area, that's for sure. So again, some substitutions happening there for the Amazons, but New Zealand's bringing it around and coming in on the 45, trying to make sure they open up the face of that goal tray, giving themselves every opportunity they can to put it in. Got a referee at the back here making a call. Sure, it's going to go in the advantage of the New Zealanders, that's for sure. So it's New Zealand advantage puck here being placed close to, in front of the goal tray, just out to the side a little bit. As they place the puck out in the 5 metre line, they are ready to go. So in comes the Kiwis with the puck, chipping it across the face of the goal. Looks like the Amazons swimming out hard and fast, trying to stop that one. Puck getting pulled back, arms in there, bats in there, gloves in there, but it's a break that has been called. So the Amazons have broken here, and the puck going to end up dead centre, right in front of the goal tray on the 5 metre line. So they'll be 5 metres out here as the New Zealand ladies set back up to have another go at that goal tray. So Amazons come out quick off the blocks, take the puck, and prevent the New Zealand ladies from scoring straight away. But the puck is still in front of that tray, and they just pop that one straight in. So New Zealand ladies popping that straight in. That's going to take them up to a 3-0 lead at this stage. And oh no goal being called. Sorry, missed the call by the referee there. No goal being called by the referee. Amazon's coming out with an advantage puck up off the goal tray there. So Amazon's setting up, having a go. New Zealand lady team player there just swimming off with the puck, not letting him have it. They're probably going to pull it around and use some of their other players here in New Zealand just to try and swim it back across the face of the pool. So see what's going on here. We can see people popping and turning and going over on top of each other, making the most of it as the game that progresses right in front of the Amazon interchange area. So the Amazon's making the most of that, putting a few fresh players in the pool, but here we go to New Zealand ladies. They're doing that swim across the pool. I said they probably do, and away they go, pulling a switch around, trying to open up the play and make the most of the puck on their far side of the pool. Didn't gain a lot of ground, but they still have possession, the New Zealand ladies. So the Amazons coming across, shutting them down, and moving nicely into the correct part of the pool. So play, bit of a melee here, as happens in hockey, against the wall, players going in, goes forward, back and forth, back and forth. Someone might get in there and break that up in just a second. So it looks like it's gone New Zealand's way. They've moved in a little bit. They've started to break that up a little bit, and they're starting to come across towards the tray here. We've got one-on-one here. That's a good roll-off by the Amazon lady, but looks like there was lots of New Zealand players pushing in hard there to help out. In the tray again. Is it legal? Looking at all three referees, we've got fingers pointing, arms up in the air, and number 13. Number 13, Jessica Sturrock. Scoring the goal there for the New Zealand ladies. So that brings the score up to 3 here for the New Zealand ladies. Called it a bit early last time. It was a no goal last time, but looks like the New Zealand ladies are now up 3-0. Got interesting costumes going on there for the Amazons. They tried to call a timeout far too late. Game's about to start. Puck's in. New Zealand ladies making the most of that one and swimming off with the puck. So Amazons are a bit slow on the timeout call. As see some good puck skills going on there. Good little bit of rolling and stealing. New Zealand swimming it straight across the face of the pool there again. So trying to open it up as the Amazons chase them down. New Zealand bring it back right in on the 45, right in front of their tray. But good little work there by the Amazon. New Zealand has swam a little bit too quick there. Swam around. Good knockdown there by the Amazon lady as they make their way to the safety zone inside of the pool. So pucks moving along, good roll and turn and go by the Kiwi lady there as they move through. Tried to do a push-pull, put it underneath the player there, but missed the puck. The Amazons just keeping a little bit of pressure on that puck there, so couldn't get away with that one. So good little bit of kick work going on. As play is called to a halt, we have an obstruction being called against the Amazons as puck will be reset here in just a second. So looks like it's just in front of the Amazon substitution bench. You can see the puck out there on the 5 metre line. There was obstruction called there, so puck's about to be played. New Zealand ladies coming down, flicking square across the pool, straight across to their other back and trying to open up the face of that tray again. The Amazon trying to get a little bit more used to this style of play by the Kiwis and then taking them across to the wall and have defended that one nicely. We've got an advantage being played by a referee here. Advantage is now over, so it might have been advantage, I guess, in the Amazons' favour as the Amazons drive up the midway part of the pool here. So as they move up towards the middle of the pool, advantage being called again by the referee. Advantage is now over, so again must have been advantage to the Amazons as they make their move. So you might see a player dressed in red flying through the middle of the pool. That is an Amazon player. I'm not sure why, but she's got a different bather suit to the rest. Might have been a late inclusion. So if you see that, he's playing for the Amazons, not for the New Zealanders. So here we go, the New Zealanders are off again. They're going at that tray. We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3 New Zealanders. They put the puck smartly to the person in the middle, and that way they had it covered on all sides. So did the puck go in before the buzzer went? Got a little bit of a question here. No goal, no goal.
No,
Buzzer went,
tomorrow.
no goal. Buzzer went because it
Always
was
love a
half
technical
time,
guy
so
understands
unfortunately the puck did not go in time. So scores will stay 3-0 here at the Hobart Aquatic Centre. We're going to finish up after this game, so hang around for the next 15 minutes if you can. That's all we've got left to play for the day, and then we'll pack up, we'll go home, we'll restart this competition tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning we'll be kicking off some games for you bright and early, and it'll be the Amazons versus the Australian under-26 women, and then it's playoff time. So we'll go into some playoffs after the first game tomorrow morning. We'll start knocking some teams out of the competition, and things will certainly get lively as we go into the playoffs. Everyone gets a little bit more animated. You start to see the crowd around the pool deck. You start to see a little bit more chanting and cheering for your teammates. So looking out there now, referees drinking some water, probably getting a little bit tired by the end of the day. Players having a bit of a chat. Not sure if there's anyone in charge of the Amazons here. They're a bit kicked back like they were last night, just in a semicircle, almost a full circle, just having a chat to each other. Someone saying something, everyone sort of agreeing or nodding, making sure we go sideways. I think's the general consensus. We don't want to let them have any space right in front of this tray. Looking down at the women's team for the New Zealanders. Coach, very animated down there. Looks like, is it Emmy?
Emma?
Emma? Emma? Must be Emmy. Down there having a bit of a chat, and New Zealand women's team ready to go with 1 minute to go. So, 1 minute to go here at half time. Pucks are in the middle of the pool, I think, ready for play. A few people getting poolside, getting in the water, having to watch as well. No real rules here in regards to players getting in and watching the game, as long as they're in different colours, so it makes it nice and obvious to the out of water referees. We don't mind. So watching from in the water pool is always good. Plenty of people sitting poolside, watching from the TV screens as well. Got a couple of TV screens down here on pool deck, so they get to see what you can see at home. They don't get my lovely voice, so lucky for them. But they can also see the surface. Unfortunate for you guys, we can't get a camera on the surface for you. But moving forward, we've got the Worlds here next year. This is a good trial run for us to see what we can and can't do with cameras. And certainly next year when the Worlds come along, we'll probably up the camera quantity and or abilities next year. So play's about to restart. New Zealand ladies team about to kick off, and they will be going to the left of your screen now. So the New Zealand ladies going to the left of your screen, Amazon's going right as they hit in the middle. So no one really gaining advantage there on the initial strike of the match, as play now makes its way into the Amazon attacking third. You would expect the Amazons probably wanting to put a couple of goals in here against New Zealanders. I don't want to just let them sort of run this one home. New Zealanders have put a couple in, one or two disallowed now. One for an infringement and one for out of time. So New Zealanders are a little bit unlucky. Could have had 5 goals up here on the Amazons, but haven't quite made their way through to that position yet. So Amazons striving really hard here, making some good ground against the Australians, against the New Zealanders, but holding in quite well there. The New Zealanders have taken that puck across the pool. Roll, turn, gives it to a teammate. Roll, goes again, back up the wall, sees the space, sees a teammate. Looks like the New Zealanders are going to bring that across the pool here in just a second. I'll probably come square across that pool in a second, you would hope, as they make their way through. Here they come across the pool, the New Zealanders. They're up into that attacking area, inside the 6 metre D, inside the 3 metre D. Did that go across the tray? Get out of the way, referee. I can't see, you can't see, nobody can see. Referee in good position there to make sure that was a nice clear goal, and that they've all agreed it's number 13. So it's number 13, Jessica Sturrock, getting a goal there. She's got 2 goals I know of. So that's bringing the Kiwis or the New Zealand ladies team up to 4-0 here at the Hobart Aquatic Centre. So looking out there on pool deck, they're all set up. Kiwis taking a little bit of time there to go back and relax and get a bit of oxygen. They've allowed 30 seconds between goals. Is the maximum sort of time or the minimum, and away we go. So judging from here, looks like the Amazons are going to be first to it. No, looks like the Kiwis beat them. So the New Zealanders again going hard, but the Amazons coming around the wing side here, trying to open up play. Lots of New Zealanders coming down, ready to break any sort of rolling the Amazons do. So New Zealanders rolled that one off nicely, got hit by an Amazon, so they're pushing down, giving up a bit of space there to New Zealanders, but
you'd
maintaining
really
possession.
hope-
So it's always pretty important to
you'd
try and
really
maintain
hope
possession as much as they can,
Aids
as
can
they
actually
maintain the position there. The
win.
New Zealanders are doing well.
Aids
So
can win, otherwise
referee
New
in good
Zealand,
position there to see what's
New
going on.
Zealand
Probably will.
Plays making its
to
way
me, I
back
find
up the
doesn't work at
wall.
all.
As we are now, got a referee at the back here calling an infringement. That's a stick infringement against the New Zealand ladies team. So the Amazons are going to get a second chance at this goal tray. So haven't had many opportunities here, the Amazons. So they've made a quick substitution. 2 players going in. They're going to set up. They're on that just a bit back from the 5-2 mark. So 5 and a little bit metres back from the goals. Flick across. Cut down by the New Zealand lady there. She's going for a swim. She's got some teammates there. And the call is... Didn't see the call going against the New Zealand ladies. It's going to be the Amazon setting back up on the 5 metre mark. Ready to go again. So puck pretty much back to where it was. The Amazons get a second go at this one. Maybe it was a legal knockdown. Not really sure. So let's have another look here. Here we go. That's the Amazons bringing it in. Oh, slamming into a player. There was Amazon that can't make the cat number out yet, but going in, pulling it back, losing it, and New Zealand ladies in there everywhere, stopping that puck. The Amazons trying hard, rolling it, turning it, going in, going out. Puck's on that tray. It's going to go in. Is it legal? Looking for the third referee. 1 referee, 2 referees, 3 referees, all happy with that. And we've got number 9. So it's number 9 for the Amazons, Jenny Kennedy, scoring a goal. Jenny's also over here refereeing, so she'll be able to stir it to the referees later that she scored a goal in this game. So it's Jenny Kennedy scoring a goal for the Amazons. So that brings the score now to 4-1. So 4-1, New Zealand favour. As we've got 10 minutes and a little bit left here in the second half of the game. Good to see the Amazons get one on the scoreboard. Been some hard work for them to get there. So here we go. New Zealand's off to a flying start on this one. So Amazons may have put too much into that one. That New Zealand lady's gone flying through as fast as she can. Brought the puck back, gave it to a teammate. There was no going through the Amazon there. So she's just gone, I'll go around instead. So New Zealand's pulling it back, going around. Having some really good open play here in this competition between both these teams tonight. So it's good to see some good open plays happening as we move forward into the last half of hockey for tonight. Like I said, we'll be back again tomorrow as it looks like the New Zealand ladies team is going to come across the face of the goals here and try and put the puck in. So they're bringing it across, they're really not far out from the goals there. It's about 3 metre lines from my position here. I'd say around on the 3 metre mark there. They are unrelenting and that puck's in the tray just like that. Andrew wasn't far off. 1, we've got 2, we've got 3 referees happy with it. Arms going up. Number 12 is the call. Number 12 for the New Zealand ladies team. And that's Emma Barbara. Sounds good to me. Getting the goal there for New Zealand women's team. So that brings them 5-1 up now. I mean, it'll be pretty hard for the Amazons to come back and win this game from here. You've got referees. No, we're slotting a...
Really? Just bluffed all the way through.
Like everyone's in timeout. Slot it down as a
Called them
referee
out,
timeout and the clock right in
Oh,
front
we're
of
both
you.
bluffing our way
But
through.
it was actually a timeout called by the Amazons. So lots
So
of air being... or oxygen being sucked in hard out there. There are lots of good people getting a bit of spot-on views from in water here. Crowd's getting a little bit smaller as the night ticks on, but there's still a few people in front of the TV screens making the most of it. New Zealand coach down there having a bit of a chat. So fingers pointing, good bit of animation by the coach there. Players on the back wall, good bit of leaning against the wall, holding themselves on it, getting some good fresh air in. Referees are set, they're just chilling out, and looks like we are going to go into the game here. So it's just gone past 1 minute. Game's on. Didn't warn the coach and so forth to get out because we had it on a referee's timeout in error. Got the scorer's error there, but nothing major. Play goes on. Who cares? They got a few extra seconds to breathe. Might bring us a bit more exciting hockey right now. So New Zealand women's team swimming across the pool there very quickly with the puck. Brought it on the inside, but the Amazons cutting it down and chipping it back to their teammates in the middle.
Yeah, 18
So
games to go.
doing quite well there
We've done about 25.
as they make their way to go. And puck is over right in front of the substitution for the New Zealand women's team. So I wouldn't mind betting they'll pop a couple of fresh subs in there in a second. Didn't quite do it. They've gone away with the puck already. No time to substitute when you're swimming down the pool with the puck. You just got to go. On the far side of the camera here, the Amazons have changed the tunes there and started to drive down the pool a little bit. So the New Zealand women's team swimming away with it there, but not without some solid defence by the Amazons. So Amazons doing well, keeping them under control, keeping them in check and starting to drive down to their own attacking third here. So Amazons pulled it back there nicely, tried to give it to a teammate, but stolen by a New Zealand lady who's going for a fast and quick swim down the middle of the pool, right to the halfway mark there. The Amazon rolled it off on the inside, did a really good job there, looking for some help. No help coming. Looks like off go the New Zealand ladies again. They're going to swim straight down to the goal tray here. There's one Amazon coming down, going to try and stop her. Looks like she may have just done that. That's a really decent job there by the Amazon lady there, stopping that person in the last line of defence. So that was number 6, nobody, on my sheet in front of me, making the most of it. So we'll try and let you know who that was in a second. But that was a really good stop. It was it's Camille White came in there last second to stop that goal. So well done, Camille. It was a good save. New Zealand trying to bring it out around the back here, but Amazon substitution bench coming across and shutting that one down nice and tight against the wall. Referee playing advantage for a very short period of time as the Amazons go streaming down the pool.
I don't know if you can do that.
He's called obstruction against number 7. Making it nice and clear. Fiona Walsh there obstructing the Amazon player as she must have got one of her players away nice and clear. Looking at the
game 6
start here, Amazon's taking a good chance there to substitute. Plenty of time there as the puck was reset.
So just the fact that it's processing doesn't
and
stop
away
it.
we go. New Zealand has got the puck advantage going on, pushing forward now, trying to take it across the tray and open up the face of the goals yet again. But the Amazons swimming off with the puck down past their substitution. They're going to make it to the halfway mark, one would imagine. No, all held up. New Zealand coming in there, stopping them from doing too much as they make a little bit more of a drive. But it looks like New Zealand ladies going to drive it straight back at their goal tray. And they've come well across the face of the whole pool and pulling it back now to try and put it in that tray. Not a lot of distance between them and the tray, less than 3 metres, put it that way. So New Zealand ladies driving hard there, the Amazons holding out, and again going to the safety of the wall. The Amazons have held out that one, starting to push it back against the New Zealand ladies, but the New Zealand ladies teams turn that back around very quickly, and that's going close to the tray. Going for a drive up the wall there. Not sure if they're going to make it all the way, but they're pretty close from my point of view. A referee back here calling no goal. Got 2 referees calling no goal. They're both happy with a stick infringement and a gloving, and away we go. So no goal there for the New Zealand women's team. So that's the 3rd goal so far. The New Zealand women's team's been disallowed tonight. 2 from infringements, 1 from running out of time. So Amazon set up here. Good bit of reprieve for them on the 5-metre line, and off they go with the puck. So advantage puck there for the Amazons as they take the puck across the ball. Again, across the substitution bench for the Amazons. As the New Zealand women's team is letting it out of their attack. They don't want to let down the other end of the pool. They're going to try and hold it up here for as long as they can.
My feeling
And
was that that's
they're
what it
doing
is.
quite a
It's
good
something to
job
have a
of
look
it,
at.
I might say. So as they come across the face of the pool here, trying to open up the tray,
That's all right.
they're been doing this constantly, the New Zealand women's team. The more times you put it in front of that goal tray, the more chances you're going to get to
So
see
you'll
the
be
puck
right
in
for
the
5:30,
tray. So
right?
every chance they get, they're bringing it across. But the Amazons have guided them across nicely to the wall here, so they've done a good job. The Amazons holding them out yet again. So it's been unrelenting, but the New Zealand ladies team has turned that around very quickly. They've put it in the tray. We've got referees calling a timeout. referee's calling a timeout, saying, "Hey, buddy, come over here. Oh, I think I saw this." So let's see what the referees have on discussions. Really wish we had referee mics, but couldn't really do that. It'd be no good in the water. So all I can do is read hand signals and see what I can see. So New Zealand's gone back, swapping all their players over. Been very smart about that, the New Zealand ladies. They're not going to hang around and wait for the referees to make a call. They're going to go back and do all the substitutions they need to do. Plenty of time here to get fresh players in the pool. The Amazons have done the same thing. We've got captains and coaches listening. And we're calling it a goal to number 4. So we will proceed here. Number 4, Courtney Coughlin scoring a goal there for New Zealand ladies team. So that brings the score up to 6-1 now. Yeah, I think it's 6-1. We've got a timeout being called here by the New Zealand team. So timeout, second half. We've got less than 4 minutes to go. And referees timeout has been called. So 4 minutes to go here at the Hobart Aquatic Centre. Like I said, we'll be packing up for the night, and then tomorrow morning we'll be kicking off with the Australian Under-26 women's team versus the Amazons, and then we'll be into the playoffs. Can't tell you exactly what teams are in the playoffs yet, because I don't have the team sheets in front of me, but tomorrow morning tune in bright and early, get ready to go. So looking at this, we've got the New Zealand Under-18 of the Obsidian versus the Australian Under-18A, and then we've got the New Zealand Under-18 Diamond versus the Australian Under-18B. That's the women's division. In the men's division, we've got the New Zealand Under-18 men in the blue versus the Australian Under-18 men in the A. New Zealand Under-18 silver in the men's Under-18 versus the Australian Under-18 blue or black, well, B team, sorry. Alright, well, we're back off, play's going, and looks like the Amazons might get to the puck. Nope, New Zealand's beaten to it. They brought it straight across the pool, swimming down, hit hard by an Amazon swimmer there who's gone streaming down the pool, making some great plays. So Amazon's streaming down nicely, just coming into the field of play now as we look and New Zealand just try and swim it across the pool and take full control. So it looks like New Zealand's going to come swimming back down the pool, but rolled off nicely there by the Amazon ladies. So good rolling and turning. Lots and lots of great skills being shown here by both teams. So it's interesting to see that the New Zealanders are out for the 6-1 lead. But I tell you what, it's not due to any lack of skills on the Amazons' part, that's for sure. But these New Zealand ladies obviously very, very fit. They've been going quickly, fast. And they've got their team plan down pat, and they know exactly what they want to do when they get the puck in possession. They are going to go as fast as they can at the tray, as you can see right now. That puck's in, swum it straight in. We've got a goal being awarded to number 5 New Zealand. That's Gabby Steer scoring a goal there for number 5 New Zealand. So under 3 minutes to go here at half time. Scores blowing out here to 7-1 now in the New Zealand favour. So looking further afield for tomorrow, we've got some New Zealand Under-22 versus the Barbarians in the men's competition. Got the Australian Under-22 men's versus the Australian Colts. A good bit of rivalry will happen there tomorrow. That's around about 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. But play kicks off here tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Got New Zealand winning the strike yet again as the Amazons try and bring it through. Got lined up there by the New Zealand lady, but not quite coming off as clean as she would like. Again, New Zealand just grabbing the puck and swimming as fast as they can. Big chip away, not quite getting it off to a teammate. So good chip, good flick, but not quite far enough. The Amazons just getting their back on it and slowing it down there. Amazons in their attacking half here, but not by much. So we'll see where this goes. It's coming across the face of the goal. So face the Amazons' goals here. They've got players on it. They've got numbers down. They've got support. But we've got a call from a referee. We've got, don't know what that call is. It looks like obstruction, something similar to that against the Amazons. So the puck will come back and be placed in the advantage of the New Zealand women's team. New Zealand women's team taking advantage of the puck here as they move well into the last couple of minutes of the game here. So moving across, New Zealand women's team going for a quick swim. They're making some good progress up that pool, that's for sure. And here they come just into the field of play now. Field of the screen, I should say. as it looks like an Amazon's screening them, but that's going to be a big flick at the corner of the tray. Not a lot of the tray to hit there, good knockdown by the Amazon team as they bring it out along the wall. Looks like Camille White's getting in amongst it again, but she's come up on the surface now, so it's up to some other teammates to get in there and do something with it. Going for a bit of a swing. The Amazons are driving hard up this wall. They don't want to let another goal in against the New Zealand women's team, that's for sure. So they're going to fight to the very end. They're going to try and keep it out over these next minute or so as we move forward. The New Zealand women's team looks like they're going to try and pull it across the pool here. Again, opening up the face of the play. Big flick through, but shut down by an Amazon lady there. And not quite legally knocked it down, but that was a knock the bat. So back they go. We've got 30 seconds left on the clock. Not really a lot of time left for much to happen here. So can New Zealand score in 30 seconds? Can the Amazons hold it out and go and score themselves? Time will tell. So off go the New Zealand ladies with that puck. They've got 5, 6 players on the bottom of the New Zealand ladies. So do the Amazons. They're not letting up. So there we go. New Zealand's popped. Amazons are driving along the wall right in front of their substitution area. They might get a little bit of a reprieve here and swap some players over, but they didn't get a chance. Moving forward, game's almost over. New Zealand's probably going to get one more chance at this goal if they bring this across, but it looks like it's been shut off by an Amazon player quite quickly. So that looks like it's time. So that's it for this evening. So just finishing off and recapping that game. It's 7-1 to the New Zealand women's team against the Amazons. We will kick off here tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. with the Amazons taking on the Australian women's team. Then we've got some seeded playoffs with the New Zealand under-18 Obsidians versus the Australian under-18s A. Lots more to come tomorrow, and then it'll be finals day on Friday. So we'll hope to see you then.